Hi guys, it's Gaz and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today on the menu, jerk burger. I posted this picture on Instagram a while back and it went down really well. First up, into my Ninja blender, I have 1 tin of mixed pulses. These are great because it's a good mix, probably about 5 different pulses in there, and they can be bought from all types of supermarkets. I've just drained off the 1 tin into the blender, like so. Again, chickpeas, just drained off 1 tin into the blender. I also have a tablespoon of chipotle paste, a tablespoon of jerk seasoning, which again can be found at all supermarkets, and I also have a small teaspoon of dried chili flakes. For that smoky flavour, my favourite thing, smoked paprika, just a teaspoon of that into the blender. I really want to add some nice zesty lemon, so first up, small amount of the zest, and then just cut in half and get the juice in. So the juice of half a lemon as well. Next up, some chopped coriander, about a handful. And I'm just gonna help the blender out, so I'm just gonna do a few chops, just really roughly. I've got some of the stalks in there as well, because they're some great flavour. Into the blender. Get everything in, don't waste anything. Now to help everything bind together, some flour, and I'm using some buckwheat flour, which keeps it gluten-free, but you can use whatever flour you want. So about 3 tablespoons of this. Some olive oil, I'm using some light Filippo Berio olive oil, about 2 tablespoons. A sprinkling of garlic, I'm just using dried garlic, it's really handy. And some salt and pepper to bring out all the flavours, about a teaspoon of each. Now we need to blitz it up. So lid on. After a few seconds, I just want to help the blender out. So I'm going to use my spatula just to push it down. And the colour is looking absolutely amazing already. And blitz again. Jerk seasoning has some amazing flavours involved, so this burger will be packed full of a punch. So to help this bind a little bit more, I'm just going to add a tiny bit more oil and then give it one last blend. And that is it. That is our burger mix done and dusted. All we need to do now is cook it. And as you can see, it's got a really nice texture. It's starting to come together already. It's time to form this mix into some burgers. Make sure you wash your hands, take the blade out as well, and just don't waste anything. Get the remaining mix off the blade. Put that aside. So a little tip, get a little bit of the flour on your hands and a little bit on the tray, and pick up a small handful each time. So form the mix into a ball and just use a flat surface just to shape it into a burger patty shape. And that has a really good texture already. You can see that is a nice consistency. It's not going to break up and fall apart when it's cooking, which is exactly what I want. And let's do the rest. As you can see, this mix makes 4 really good sized burgers, and you're left over with a smaller sized one. So the unlucky one can be left with the small one. Now they're ready to cook. I'm just going to wash my hands and let's get on with it. Next up, caramelized plantain. This is how you prepare the plantain. So literally top and tail it, and using a sharp knife, just score down the side a couple times. This caramelized plantain just complements the burger so much. It cuts through the spiciness, and I'm just cutting it on an angle just to give it a maximum surface area so all of it caramelizes beautifully. Also, for some more sweetness, I'm going to make a quick mango salsa. So I just peeled this mango and I'm just going to cut a few slices. So I've just sliced this mango up into thin slices and that just helps it sit on top of the burger nicely.
Thinly slice half a red onion into rings, then add it to the bowl with the mango. De-seed half a red chilli, then cut it up into small cubes. Add a small handful of roughly chopped coriander. Squeeze over the juice of half a lime. Give it a good old mix. Then finally add a small pinch of seasoning before putting it in the fridge until ready to serve.
First thing you need to do is preheat a non-stick frying pan.
Add a small spoon of coconut oil.
These actually can go straight into the oven like this, but I like to cook them in a pan first to really get that nice golden crispness on the edges and on the top and bottom. Let the oil melt down for a little bit before we get the burgers in. They're nice and firm, so they're not going to break up in the pan, which is really good. And I just want you to put them in and drop them away from yourself so you don't splash any oil. Just let them get nice and golden, caramelized nicely. Then we'll get them back on a tray and put them in the oven for about 10 minutes to cook right through. And in that time, we'll cut the plantain and prepare the burger buns. It's been about 2 minutes, so let's see if they're ready to flip over. Yes, they're getting nice and golden. They've got a nice crispness to them now. Perfect, that one's really nice. Beautiful. Further 2 more minutes on that side, back on the tray. We'll cook the last little one off and get it in the oven for about 10 minutes. Let's get them in the oven. 10 minutes are about 180 degrees, and it's time to preheat our non-stick frying pan to cook this amazing plantain. I'm also going to preheat this griddle pan just to toast off the burger buns. Let's get this plantain in. A nice sizzle is what we want. It does look like a lot of oil, but that's exactly what you need when caramelizing this plantain. Okay, for the burger buns, I'm going to use this really convenient Filippo Berio spray just to spray the burger buns like so and lay them flat. Just allow those to toast slowly over a low heat, and let's check our plantain. I'm starting to see a little bit of colour coming up the sides, so let's have a look. Look at that golden colour. That's exactly what you want. All I'm going to add is a tiny touch of salt just to bring out the flavours, but that is literally a tiny bit. It's been about 2 minutes on the other side. Let's get these out and get the next batch in. Perfect. Onto the kitchen paper just to drain off any excess oil. I literally could eat a bowl full of these on their own. They're absolutely amazing, but they work so well in this burger. They're also really healthy too. Let's just check these burger buns. Yes, that's the lines we want. They're perfect. Let's get those off. I'm all set, everything's done. Let's get the burgers out the oven. Oh my days, they smell absolutely amazing. And look at the colour, really nice. Plantain. I've got some avocado which I'm going to put in the burger as well, just for that creaminess. So I'm just going to slice this nicely on an angle. It may make it quite difficult to eat, but I'm up for this challenge because it makes the burger even better. It's our toasted buns, and that's exactly what we want. Those limes and the char in, it just adds a little bit of flavour. First up, some homemade ketchup. If you want the recipe for this, just go to my fish and chip video. I made a really nice ketchup on there. Okay, in goes the burger. And that is the perfect size for this burger bun, which is good. And the mango salsa on top. Get a good mix of the mango, the onion, the coriander, and the chili. Just adds all these amazing flavors that work so well together. And on top, some avocado. Definitely going to be a challenge to eat. Definitely worth it, I promise. Also, some pea shoots. These are some nice big burgers, as you can see. I'm just gonna put on the top of the bun some vegan mayonnaise, which can be found at all good vegan shops. Now let's get these burgers onto our presentation board and stick the lid on. And there is another amazing dish, the ultimate vegan burger. Don't forget, if you like this video, please like, share, comment on it. Most importantly, please subscribe, and don't forget, if you want to be part of the notification gang, hit the bell so you can be first to know about all my newest videos. I need to try this burger. The really good thing about this burger, other than the fact everything works so well together, is the fact that the burger isn't mushy. It holds its own, it's really good, it's got a great texture. I need another bite of this.